Hey guys, it's Mr. Sawyer here. I'm going to be showing you how to graph the data that we've been provided about the interior of the Earth, okay? So as you know, with graphs we have our x-axis, which goes this way, and on our x-axis we have the depth into Earth's interior from the surface, okay? So it ranges all the way from 0, and then each line represents 100 kilometers all the way to the center of the Earth, which is 6,400 kilometers, okay? We also have two y-axes here, okay? We have our average density in grams per centimeter cubed, okay, ranging from 0. And then each line represents 0.5 grams per centimeter cubed, going all the way up to 14 grams per centimeter cubed, very dense. And then also we have a y-axis over here showing the average temperature in Celsius, degrees Celsius, ranging from 0 degrees Celsius all the way up to 7,000 degrees Celsius, very hot, okay? And each line represents 250 degrees Celsius, okay? So we've got two lines we're going to draw here. Since we have two y-axes, we're going to draw two lines, okay? And now we're going to be doing the density line first, okay? So let me just start right here, okay? So our depth is obviously going to be our x, okay? And the density will be our y. And so you remember when you're graphing, okay, we've got to graph the x and the y coordinates together. So 17 kilometers will be our x. Okay, so we'll just go, since each line's 0, or since each line represents 100, we're just gonna make it really close to 0, okay, since 17 is between 0 and 100, okay? And then the density will be 2.2 grams per centimeter cubed, okay? So we go over, this will be our 17, go up to 2.2, which is right about here, and we'll put a point right there, okay? Then our next point, we're just gonna go down the list, okay? Our next point is 35 kilometers with a density, and at 35 kilometers into the Earth, the density of the Earth there is 2.9 grams per centimeter cubed, okay? So we're gonna go just a little bit farther, 35, and go up to 2.9, which is right about here, okay? So it's gonna be right about, there, okay? Next point is 352 kilometers, okay? So it's gonna be between 300 and 400 right here, all right? And the density there is 3.4, so let me go up, 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 right there, okay? 3.4, pretty close to 3.5, so I just put it kind of close to that. Next point, at 670 kilometers, the density is 4.4 grams per grams centimeter cube. So go over to between 600 and 700, kind of closer to 700. Go up to 4.4, which is right about here, okay? Right there, okay? Next point, 1778, so we're gonna go over to about here, kind of closer to 1800. The density is also 4.4, okay? Put a line right, put a dot right there. Next one, 2885, density is 5.6, so we'll go to about 2900. And the density there is 5.6, which is right about here. All right. Next point, 4,020 kilometers. Okay, so that's about here. And that's 9.9 Okay, 9.9. That's about right here. Okay, about right there. And then, next point, 5,155 kilometers, all the way over here. Oh, let me show you. All the way over here, in the middle between 5,100 and 5,200. Just go up, and that is 12.2. So right here. And then 2 more points. Next one is 5,763 kilometers. Okay. So 5,700 right there, go up to 12.8. Should be right there. Okay. And then last one at 6,371 kilometers, 13.1. Okay. So we'll put one right about there. Okay. Now let's connect the dots. So I've got my ruler here to use as a straight edge. So just connect the dots between each point. This one, the y value is the same between these 2 points, so it's flat. Okay, then this goes up here. And then there. Okay. There, like that. Perfect, okay? So this is showing, I'm just gonna write in blue here, blue equals density, or I'm gonna say depth versus density, okay? So we see as the density, or I'm sorry, as the depth into Earth's interior increases as we go along from left to right on the x-axis, the average density of the Earth increases as well, of each layer. So when I'm at this layer right here, we've got an average density of about 4.4. When I go up, when I'm at close to the center of the Earth, that's when the average density is the greatest. So that we can tell from this graph right here I'm sorry, I have a brain fart. So you can tell that as you go farther into the Earth, the layer is more dense, okay? So now let's graph our next part here. We've got the average temperature at different depths, okay? So we're gonna start with our first one. So remember, depth is X, temperature is Y, okay? So at 0 kilometers, our temperature is 28 degrees Celsius, which is, each line goes up 250, so it's gonna be pretty darn close to 0, so we're just gonna start right here, 0, 0. And notice I'm using a different color to help tell the difference between my 2 lines, so I can keep them straight. Okay, then at 40 kilometers into the Earth, the temperature is 870 degrees Celsius. Average temperature is 870 degrees Celsius. So that's around this line right here, go over, and we said 40 kilometers. So I'm gonna say kind of in between the middle, between 0 and 100. Next point. Oop. 1 second, let me get the lights. Next point here, depth is 600 kilometers, temperature is 1600 degrees Celsius. Wow. Okay, so our X values right here, 600. Okay, temperature goes up to 1600, so about here. So let me see, about here, I believe. Just double checking. Okay, right right about, oh, nope, that's 700. Right about here. Okay. Okay, next point. 2,900 kilometers, the temperature is 2,700 degrees Celsius. So let's go to 2,900 kilometers, go up, and about 2,700 right here. Right about, oh, I'm sorry. Right about here. Okay. Next point, at 5,150 kilometers into the Earth, the temperature is 4,700 degrees Celsius. So that's going to be a right about here. Okay, right about here. All right. Then our last point right here, 6,370 kilometers, which is all the way right on the right on the x-axis. The temperature is about 6,700 degrees Celsius. So we'll put a point right about here, okay? Now let's connect the dots there. Okay, so there. To this point right here. And to this point. And you should be able to tell as we go deeper into the Earth what happens to the temperature. The temperature increases, okay? So your graph should look something like this. Blue is depth versus density. Red will be depth versus temperature, okay? Depth versus temperature, okay? So as you go deeper into the Earth, both the density and the temperature at that depth increases, okay? We see it increasing between the density and the temperature as you go farther into the center of the Earth, okay? Awesome. Your graph should look something like this. As always, if you have questions, let me know and I can help you make your graph, okay? See you later.